Hello and welcome to Soda Tasting, an online show dedicated to soda reviews and appreciation. I'm Patrick O'Keefe. We are continuing our 10 consecutive viewer-requested episodes in honor of us reaching the episode number 200 milestone. And on this episode, I'm going to be reviewing Rat Bastard Root Beer, and this was requested by Mike Flamingo. So I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to Mike Flamingo for supporting the show and for commenting. I appreciate your long-term support of what I'm doing here. I'd also like to take a moment to thank a number of other people who have supported the show. I'd like to thank Shuku09, Trekker123, E-Ski, Derek Schomer of Common Man Cocktails, who hosts a great spirits and liquor and cocktail mixing show, everydaydrinkers.com, youtube.com/everydaydrinkers, Jeff T. Rowe, a long-term subscriber of the show, thank you very much, John Engelman of Soda Giant, sodagiant.com, youtube.com/heavynuggets, thanks John for your support of the show, Jason Coleman of BevNerd, bevnerd.com, youtube.com/bevnerd. Thank you very much, Jason, for supporting the show. Crispian Burks, a good friend of mine, crispian.com. Michael Kimsel, michaelkimsel.com, a long-term supporter of the show and someone who has provided soda to the show before. Vapor99, NCHJDL, and finally Waffle Hunter 44. And I'll thank more people on the next episode. So, Rat Bastard Root Beer was originally produced by Skeleteens, and based upon information that I pieced together online, not 100% about it, but, you know, what I pieced together, it appears that company went out of business, and now their line, or at least some of it, is produced by Real Soda in real bottles. And literally minutes ago, I just was speaking to Danny, the soda sommelier at Real Soda in real bottles, about this root beer because I wanted to know what the caffeine content was. And Danny told me that they don't really have a specific number because they make it in batches and those batches can have some variance. But he said that it's, quote, not a huge percent, and from that, or not a huge percentage, and from that I take that it's maybe in the range of a normal soda caffeine you might see in a normal soda like Coca-Cola, which has like 35, to Mountain Dew, which is 50 something. So that's what I take from it, but I don't know. It does have caffeine, but I don't know the exact specific percentage, and thank you to Danny for the quick reply there. So here's the bottle. Let me show you the bottle. Rat Bastard Root Beer. This time, put it in your mouth. It's them against us. Have fun with scary sodas. Real Soda in real bottles limited. Phone number 310-327-1700. Let me take a look here at the ingredients. The ingredients are labeled, what you'll be drinking. Ingredients. Carbonated water, cane sugar, molasses, citric acid, caramel color, caffeine, natural and artificial flavors, herbal blend, which is... Let's see here. So there's a lot of different herbs listed here, so I'm going to read through them. American, Siberian, and Korean ginseng, jasmine, clove, dong quai, I might not be pronouncing that right, D-O-N-G-Q-U-A-I, angelica, skullcap, which I guess is mud dog weed, African capsicum, ginkgo biloba, gotu kola, golden seal, echinacea. Now that one I'm familiar with because echinacea is an herb that is thought to strengthen your immune system, and I take it during when I'm feeling sick, or when I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. Reishi and shiitake and cordyceps, that's the end of the herbs. Finally, sodium benzoate to preserve freshness. Nutritional facts are as follows: 190 calories, 65 milligrams of sodium, 40 grams of total carbohydrates, 40 of which are sugars. So 190 calories, it does have caffeine, specific amount unknown, sweetened with cane sugar. Kind of popped all over me there. And I bought this at Galco's Soda Pop Stop. Great online store, great store. One day I'll hopefully get out there to the store in California. And that's sodapopstop.com. Fair amount of carbonation going on there, as you can probably hear. You know, it has, I would say, a pretty common root beer smell. Just kind of a light smell. There's something extra there, and, you know, I can attribute that to the herbs most likely, but It smells like a root beer, so let's give it a taste. As you might guess from the ingredient list, it's definitely one of those tangier, more herbal root beers. Not so much one of those sweet root beers like an A&W or Stewart's. But those generally aren't my cup of tea. That said, I think this one is done really well, and I want to compare it to kind of illustrate that to Virgil's root beer. I don't like Virgil's root beer at all. You know, and a lot of people love it. It's won awards. That's cool. You know, we're all about diversity here on Soda Tasting and respecting each other's tastes, and it's great that Virgil's exists. I love that the brand exists. But the root beer is just, it's like drinking black licorice, and I don't like black licorice. If you like black licorice, then that's great for you, but it's just this spicy, tangy, bitter root beer. You get that here, but it's less so. And it's balanced out by that sweetness. It has actual sweetness that I can pick up that I like in the root beer. And, you know, it is tangy, but I find myself liking it. I find myself enjoying drinking it. I like the taste of it. I like how it balances out with the sweetness. That tanginess isn't overpowering. It's got, you know, modest complexity of flavor there. I don't really get into all that, trying to pick out like, oh, this is this or this is that or whatever. I just go on taste and how I'm feeling at the moment about it, and I like this root beer. I'm kind of surprised because it is a 10-year root beer, and I generally don't like those. But again, I think the sweetness here helps out, and I think it balances itself out nicely. It's a nice change of pace root beer, a nice different root beer. You know, if you're kind of sick of sweet root beers and you want something a little different, I think this is a great option. You should give it a look. I'm going to put this, you know, this is tough, going back and forth here, 3.5 to 4 out of 5. I'm going to stick this at 4 out of 5. I like it a lot, so check out Rat Bastard Root Beer. Thanks again, Mike Flamingo, for the request, and Danny over at Real Soda in Real Bottles for answering my questions. And I'd like to know, have you had this root beer? Let me know in the comments on YouTube or on SodaTasting.com. Please subscribe to Soda Tasting via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google+, RSS, or email. You can find links to all those options at SodaTasting.com. Thank you for watching, and as always, everything in moderation.